Hello everyone. The goal of this video is to explain you in detail the difference between the Python virtual environment, venv, and Conda. And by the end of this video, I will try my level best that you will be able to understand which environment tool is to use and when, especially from a data science perspective. So this is always a big confusion point, especially for the beginners who are new to the Python development, that we don't know when to use what, which environment is best suitable for our project requirement. So I will try to explain each one of them in detail, how they are different and when to use which, and most importantly, we'll try to demonstrate each of them. So the first question is, what is Python environment? So think of Python environment as a box where we keep all our tools as per the project requirement. So if you don't have environment, though, then there will be always some kind of conflicts. So in real world scenarios, we can think about a handyman. So handyman has a box where he keep all his tools, and he takes out all the tools based upon the work he's going to do. So similar way, handyman is being replaced with the developer. The toolbox is being replaced with the environment, and the work is depends upon the application which we are building out. So first of all, we are going to discuss it with VNV. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a VNV environment. So you can see here, let me first delete this one, which is already being earlier created. So what I'm going to do, I have this project, which I have created codes, D project codes, and I'm going to paste this particular command. So this command is going to create my env. You can see here, my env folder is being created. Okay. So it's Python minus m venv minus env. So my env is being created. Now, if you click on this particular folder, so you can see here there's a file called as library. So it contains all the whatever you are going to install library is going to be stored here inside this. Then we have a script. So inside this script, should look for activate.psvin function file. So you can just copy the relative path and just paste it here. So once you paste it here, the relative path and press enter, so it's going to activate this my environment. Please remember you have to activate the environment before installing any libraries. So you see here my environment which we have created is being shown here before the path of the project folder. So which means that the environment is being activated. Now in the next step, what we can do, we can just say pip install. Um, we can say, let's say pandas, okay, and enter. So what's going to happen? It's going to install pandas for you in this particular environment. So it's collecting it, and in the library you can see the pandas is being installed. So like this way, you can install any libraries of your choice. So this is very lightweighted. It is very easy to install. Okay, you don't need to separately install Python, as I told earlier also, and it's very much well suited for small projects. If you're developing any kind of a small LLM application or a backend application with the help of Fast API or Django, so it's going to really help you out with this one. Now, if you want to deactivate this environment, you just need to type deactivate. So once you and press enter. Once you type this deactivate, it's going to deactivate your environment. So you see here, the environment is being deactivated. Now I'm going to press clear, enter. So in the next step, what we are going to do, we are going to talk about the virtual environment. So virtual environment is little bit more older. And more flexible. And I think it was earlier used with the older version of Python. It's a kind of an external package, so we have to install that one. Uh, and like if you have any kind of an application which is the legacy based, which use the older version of Python, so there you can use this virtual environment. It's going to really help you out with this one. So let's first see how we can create the virtual environment. So first thing what we are going to do, we are going to install this one. So we have to do the pip install virtual env and press enter. Since it's an external file, so we have to use the pip command. So see here, I have already installed it. So it's showing requirement already satisfied. But when you try it in your system, it's going to install the virtual environment. Now, what we are going to do, we are going to create our virtual environment. So what I'm going to say, I'm going to type this command, virtual environment, my virtual environment. Okay, enter. So once I do this enter, so you can see here, there will be a folder created like my virtual environment. So it's being created. Similar way, what we are going to do, we are going to click on the script and we have to go to the activate PS1 file. We have to copy the relative path. And if we press this one and enter, it's going to activate the my virtual environment. Yeah, see, my virtual environment is created, and now we can install whatever package we want. Let's say pip install cborn, enter. It's going to install cborn, and we can see that inside our libraries, lib, the library will be there. Yes, it's getting installed. You can see here. Just wait, it's still installing. See, it has installed the other libraries like matplot, and cborn is being installed. Okay, so what happens is like it's also installing the other libraries which support the cborn. So this was about, let me clear this. And if we want to deactivate this one, so we have to just type deactivate. So once we type this deactivate, so this my virtual environment is uh, going to be deactivated. Yes, it can see it's being deactivated. So this was about the virtual environment. So it's like the only difference between both of them is like my env is supported for the latest versions of Python, and this is mostly used. My virtual environment is mostly used for the legacy applications, support for the older versions. So now we are going to discuss about the Conda. So before creating any kind of a Conda environment setup, the first thing which we have to do look into is like, is our Conda installed or not? So I have already installed Conda. So you can just I can just see Anaconda, not here. Sorry, you can see here Anaconda is already installed in my system. And if you want to double check that Anaconda is installed successfully, we can just go to the Anaconda prompt, click on this Anaconda prompt, and um, we can just say conda slash slash version and enter. So you see, this is the conda version which I have done. So it is already installed. The other thing which is important is like you have to write this particular command, conda init PowerShell, because since we are using uh, Visual Studio Code, and in the Visual Studio Code for running our command, we are using the PowerShell. So you have to initialize this PowerShell, so that when we try to run our conda command inside the Visual Studio Code, so it's going to take those commands. It should not give us any kind of an error like conda is not available or those kind of things. So you have to initialize it and press enter. Once you press enter, so it's going to give you the changes which is being taken. So for me, I've already initiated the PowerShell, so it's going to give me no change. Okay, but for you, it is going to give us that it has initialized the PowerShell for the conda. Yeah. So now after doing this, what we are going to do next step is we are going to it's ideally very good. Like if you're doing it for the first time, so you just need to restart your Visual Studio Code, and after restarting, you can open your terminal and just type this command. Like if I want to create a Conda environment, so I will just type Conda. Okay, it's not typing Conda. Uh, then install. Okay, and then I can just say something like Conda version, Conda. Okay, yeah, I can just say conda install, not, I can just say conda create. I can just say conda create minus n DSC environment, data science environment, or you can also say it like, you can just give it like something like this. Uh, um, my, sorry, should be slower case, my conda environment. You can something create like this, and you can also specify the Python version which you want to put there inside your conda environment, and you can just say press enter. So what is going to happen? It's going to create this Conda environment with the name my Conda env. So you can see here, it's collecting the package, make data, and it will ask you for, you just press Y, enter. So you can see here, it has already give us, and it also gives you an additional information. Like if you want to activate the environment, you can just type Conda activate my Conda environment. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to press this one and I'm going to enter. And if you have to deactivate the environment, just type Conda deactivate. So it's going to deactivate the environment. Yes, you can see here my Conda environment is being activated. Now let me clear this so that I can have some space. Now, in the next step, what we are going to do, I'm going to show you how we can install the different packages. So if you want to install any packages, you can just type conda install. Let's say I want to install numpy panda scikit-learn. So I will just say conda install numpy panda scikit-learn, enter. Just say yes, enter. You see all of them getting installed. SciPy, pandas, everything which is related to that. So basically, what I would say is like Conda is not a lightweighted like earlier we have seen for the my venv environment and the virtual environment. It is because it's not only environment. We cannot only create environment. It's kind of an environment manager. We can have multiple environments created inside it. It's also a package manager and also a binary dependency resolver. So the one of the best thing about the Conda environment is like it handles non-Python dependency. So it can install all this pre-compiled binaries, including something which is written in C libraries, OpenMP, or CUDA toolkit. It also gives us support. So we can also manage the different Python version. You can see here I have created a Python environment with the help of some Python version 3.10. So similar way, you can create it with a different version. You can also create install different Python version, different versions of the libraries, and you can keep it. So it's I think it's the basic use of the Conda is like it solves hard problems, system dependencies, Python versions, and reproducibility. You can have multiple environments. Let's say if you are building a very huge application where we have different modules, and each module requires a different versions of the library, so you can create separate environments for them, and you can manage your dependencies and libraries accordingly. So this is the reason why it's much more suited for the big project. So I would say this was all about this video. If you have any questions, please write down in the comment section, and see you in the next video. Please do like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks everyone.